Welcome back, fellow patriots. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for showing this channel a lot of love by liking my most recent videos and for subscribing to the channel. It lets me know that you guys are thoroughly enjoying the content, that you guys are being impacted by the content. I think that this right here, what I'm doing by making these videos, is going to be a help for anyone who sees this and for future generations to hold firm to the truth, to stand up for what's right and what's pure and what's good in the world. And we have to combat this divisiveness that the news media and the mainstream media are just trying to shove down our throats, of telling us that we should always be in conflict with one another, and we need to try to end that. Today, I want to share a little bit of a video. It's Sergeant Roy Benavidez. He fought in the Vietnam War. He's a Green Beret, Special Forces. You guys are in for a treat. And so, without further ado, let's get into today's video.
So, I came back and retrained at Fort Bragg, and Vietnam was brewing up. In 1965, I was sent to Vietnam as an advisor to a Vietnamese infantry unit. After a short period of time there, I stepped on a mine. I woke up in the Philippine Islands in Clark Air Force Base. I was paralyzed from the waist down. I was declared never to walk again. I was transferred to Fort Sam Houston, Texas Beach Pavilion. The doctors were initiating my medical discharge papers. But at night, I would slip out of bed and crawl to a wall, using my elbows and my chin. My back would just be killing me. I'd be crying. But I'd get to the wall, and I'd set myself against the wall, and I'd back myself up against the wall, and I'd stand there like Elijah the Indian. I'd stand there and move my toes right and left, right. Every single chance I got. I wanted to walk. I wanted to go back to Vietnam because of what the news media was saying about us. Our president was not needed there. They burned the flag, what. And I saw a lot of other patients coming back, limbs missing. I wanted to go back. I was determined, because I remember when I was taught in jump school, our old master sergeant would tell me, Benavidez, quitters never win and winners never quit. What are you? I said, I'm a winner.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, was a snippet from the speech that Sergeant Benavidez gave in 1991. You saw right there that this is a man of conviction, a man of a firm belief in what the United States stands for. In his service to his country, we are forever indebted to what he has done for this country. He has so much more to share in this speech, but I'm going to provide the link down below for you guys to watch the entire thing. But in this short little snippet, I just want to share with you some very important things to me that I noticed, some things that stood out to me. Those things were, okay, so he stepped on a landmine. You know, what does he do? How does he respond to that? Some people may have just given up after that, and understandably so. I would completely understand of like, oh man, like this was just my luck, and he would have deserved a full honorable discharge for that. I mean, and I don't know if that's how it works, but I would completely understand that. But he wanted to get back into the action and back into serving his country. He is a true patriot, and what he goes on to say later on in the speech, that will further reinforce those thoughts that I have about this incredible man. He crawled out of bed every single night with his elbows and his chin to lean up against the wall and to stand and to try to move his toes every single night. That determination that he would get back to full recovery so he can go and fight for freedom and to fight against communism. And that is very, very, very inspiring to me as a patriot living now and today. You know, we're not, fighting the Viet Cong right now. We are fighting almost as bad of an enemy, if not worse right now, where it's so subliminal, but to where people are being swayed by the news media. You saw in what he said in that little in that little clip, he's like, the news media was telling people that the U.S. soldiers shouldn't have even been fighting in Vietnam at that time. He said even though the news media was swaying people to be against the war effort and everything like that, he still wanted to go and serve his brothers and serve his family over there, right? Because as we know in the military, you develop relationships with people so close. Have you ever watched the TV series Band of Brothers? That's what it was when you're fighting against a common enemy and bullets are flying and you depend on one another like family. So he's wanting to get back into the action as fast as possible. And so he eventually was able to walk again and get sent back to the war effort in Vietnam. And you even heard him say it. He's either going to be a loser or he's going to be a winner. Now this almost brings me, to tears because of how convicted this guy is. What if we as Americans today living in 2022 had the same amount of conviction that this guy had for the love of country and service and standing up for what's right? That's exactly what I'm trying to do here with this channel. You'll go on to see that later in this video. I don't want to spoil too much, but this one part I do want to share with you as I end this video is where he was describing how he wanted to help as many people as he could. He was trying to evacuate his fellow soldiers onto an evac, onto a helicopter, and he was so in the frame of mind of trying to help out anyone who was around him. He was getting shot left and right. His intestines were hanging out. He was trying to hang on to his intestines while he was dragging his fellow soldiers, and he was awarded a Medal of Honor, by the way. And as he was doing this, when he got into the helicopter, some of the people with him were asking him, who are these, because he had dragged on 3 enemy soldiers who ended up later dying. But that was just where his heart was, because you could see he's a very compassionate person, a very passionate person. Again, he's a man of conviction. He just didn't want to leave anybody behind. So my question to you, my fellow patriots and my fellow viewers, what are you going to choose today and how to live your life? What are you going to do today to show this same conviction of your love of country and your love of God and your love of truth and justice? That's why I want to keep doing this channel and showing videos like this that stands for that, to combat anything that's evil and to do away with things that are trying to divide us. Let's come together and we can disagree on things, but we don't have to demonize each other like I saw many of the comments before. So with that, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Love you guys. See you later.